Well, hey, speaking of grandmas and grandpas, Tracy, I don't know if this happened to you or with your kids, but I would constantly get savings bonds as a kid for Christmas or for my birthday. So Alexander Joyce is with us with Rejoice Financial. I'm glad that we're tackling this subject today. This is something that I remember years ago I would ask even my parents, like, so a $50 savings, what does that mean? I get $50?
Right.
No, you got to wait a little while. Well, how long do I have to wait? How much am I going to get? And we did find as the years passed, it didn't really amount to a whole lot, did it?
Right.
No.
I mean, I think about 10 years ago, and I got some from my grandparents, and about 10 years ago, 12 years ago, I think I cashed them in, who is my wife now, and I took her to a Jamie Foxx concert. So they don't amount to much. In fact, look at it this way. When you really look at inflation, why grandparents do that is because they think it's a conservative way or a way to teach their kids or their grandkids to start to save, or a way to make them force them to start saving, and just to give them a way to say, you know, I got a little bit at the end of the day. But what really happens if you look at a $50 bond, savings bond today, that you got in 1983, if you would, it's probably worth about $146, right?
Wow.
If you look at
how long did we have to wait for that?
If you look at a $100 savings bond from 1984, it's worth about $240 today. So it's really the concept of inflation. So if you look at no grandparent at that time when they bought their grandchild a savings bond was doing any calculations on value of time versus compound interest. But it's a concept of just making sure that you understand what inflation truly does. There's risk, of course, if you look at the stock market and you say, I don't want to lose any money. But there's also different ways to lose money. If inflation is 3% and that bond so happened to pay 2 and it doesn't, then you actually just lost 1, right? Just because of time value of money and inflation. So it's kind of a scary thing.
It is a scary thing, but I do like that you're here because you're giving us other ideas, right? Alternatives. If you're watching at home and thinking, you know, I still want to do something like this, though. I want to help them prepare for their future and have them understand the importance of money and saving. You have some ideas.
I do. Not that my Christmas tree is filled with a bunch of stock certificates with bows on them. Right?
That's not all you get in those stocking stuffers.
No, but I think that a clever idea would be maybe taking a look at what your child or grandchild's personality is like, and maybe giving them, say, a stock certificate that matches what they like. Like if it's someone, maybe they just got back from Disney and they had the time of their life and they built all those memories. Why not give them a Disney stock? It doesn't cost much, but just a way to kind of sit down, slow down, educate them on long-term value and what it can do. Because again, equities, not that this is a recommendation, but equities still today are the only thing that can hedge long-term inflation. A savings bond won't do that. Okay,
let me ask you this. When it comes to these certificates or stock certificates.
Good morning. I'm good, Amy. How are you?
Do you cash them out over a certain?
So they just, you just let it ride, right? A company like that, or a technology stock, or something. Now we're talking a little bit about the sectors, if you will, not to get complex about this, but it's more. It would be something to buy and something to hold for long periods of time.
And the kids can monitor it, right? That could be kind of fun.
And just kind of sit down and show them what they're paying for, when it's done historically, if you would, and just show them that this is how you can save. This is how you can save. You don't have to be, and just kind of teach them about the concept of money, long-term value, inflation, compound interest, the simple things that they may not get through school.
That's so true. I mean, you never know. They could be coming back however many years from now and thinking, like, I've done so well in the stock market because of you, Grandma. Like, it's all attributed to you. But it does, with anything like this, I feel like these lessons start young, right?
They do.
They start at early ages.
They have to.
Yeah.
And times change. It's not the savings bond anymore, right? It's long-term value. We got to teach our kids. We have to educate them. We got to slow them down to make sure that they can really absorb this information. Teach them to save.
And then, of course, it starts with us, right, as parents and grandparents. You brought us something. Speaking of kids for, our wish tree. Thank you. Oh, look at this vehicle transporter.
Nice.
Tracy, Marcus.
It's transporting monster trucks too.
That's so
awesome.
cool.
Isn't that?
So cool. Alexander, thank you so much. Tracy, all of this on IndyStyle.tv. Good points.
Rockford that? As I say, I have a boy at home that would be really excited about it.
I love the stock certificate, the Disney thing, because I mean, that's how my kid's going to pay attention. to a financial lesson.
Right.
Listen, you want to own a tiny little piece of Lightning McQueen? Here's what we have to do, but we have to take care of it. So.